Good morning, my lovelies. Hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday. I am enjoying as much fresh air as I possibly can. It's not super bright out here today, but it's still nice. And you get to also have the rare opportunity of seeing me in my glasses. I've got this interesting eye thing going on underneath my eyelid, and I figured I'd keep my eyes super safe with not having my contacts continually agitating and rubbing and bothering them. So anyways, I wanted us to be able to take a moment to talk a little bit about how you are feeling, how you are working through and maneuvering with all the coronavirus stuff. Not only how are you doing physically, but how are you doing emotionally? All right, something that we talked about last night in this autoimmune class that I'm in, right, with Christina, is we talked about how anytime a person starts something, right, you've got whether it's a challenge, whether it's a physical challenge that you're trying to do, a goal, different things, and we need to kind of view this similarly. In that the first week, it's new, right? You're getting used to a new routine and things like that. The second week, you're starting to get into the rhythm. And the third week, you're like, do I want to continue to do this? Or is this really worth it? Or when is this going to end? So it's the same thing with what we're experiencing right now. And in different parts of, the States, you guys have been dealing with this longer than those of us that are right here in central Texas and surrounding states and all stuff. But either way, everybody is going to experience that 21-day, that third week hump. So what you need to do is to be able to get into a good mindset of this is eventually going to have a new norm. There's going to be something, there will be an end in sight of all this, right? But for the time being able to be super present with what we have and with what we're experiencing is super important. But what I want to talk to you guys about is what we are here, right? All about our oils and how they can help and support us. And our oils and our supplements are our green medicine, right? So we can do a lot of different things with our mindset, and that is what we have control over. And then how we can help support our bodies, our physical body, our emotional body, all of that with our green medicine of our oils and our supplements that can then collaborate with our mental mindset, right? So some of the things that I've been doing that have been really super supportive is making sure I have my spray bottle of OnGuard and lemon and oregano right there to spray off all veggies, all fruit, any food that I'm going to be cutting up. I make sure and spray it down, because this is the thing. We don't know who all handled, and we should have already been practicing this before all this, but I think this is making us much more aware of, we don't know who has been handling our produce, right? All the way from the farm itself to the trucks that it got delivered to those who put it on the shelves in the store and all that stuff. So multiple hands have come across our food, and so making sure that we're sanitizing our food in a green way is super helpful. So by using our OnGuard lemon and oregano in a spray bottle is going to help really support us in taking that preventative measure. Spraying down all of our boxes that are delivered to us before we even bring them into our house, again with the same spray bottle, is super easy. You can spray them down with that, or you can use vinegar water. You can use hydrogen peroxide and water, but it's super handy and super awesome to be able to just use our OnGuard lemon and oregano, right? Let's see, when we get home from any of our essential, picking up groceries, going and getting essentials that we need, the minimum amount of times that we go out and about, we still have exposed ourselves to the potential of anything, right? Any airborne stuff, anything going on, right? So the recommendation is to right away remove your clothing, put it in the wash, in a hot wash, and to be able to then take a hot shower and all that stuff. But the practicality is, how many of y'all are going to actually do that? How many of us do that, right? If we're not going out and about, it might not feel like that big of a deal. But let's say our first responders, those that are out, the nurses and the doctors and all of our first responders that are needing to be out there constantly in and out and everything. So what we can do preventatively, regardless of how often we're out and about, is, again, when we come home, if we're not able to right away hop into a shower, get those clothes washed and thing, make sure we're not sitting on anything so that we're not spreading anything, that we at least spray ourselves down then with our OnGuard sanitizing spray, or making your own OnGuard spray, right? And so therefore, you're again really helping and supporting your system. Making sure that we're taking care of our sinus and nasal health. That's super important. I've been making sure that I take my Correct-X and I put it right inside my nose before I leave the house, to help support that, to help with just that extra barrier, extra protectant. Making sure keeping phlegm down, right? Making sure and keeping our mucus and our phlegm cleared out, especially as we enter into all of the seasonal stuff, the pollen stuff. This is going to be really, really important and helpful. So this is where our oils of peppermint, lavender, and lemon are going to come in really handy and helpful, in addition to our OnGuard and oregano, right? So remembering that our peppermint, lavender, and lemon are a natural antihistamine to help keep things cleared out, right? So that we don't have a lot of constriction. And understanding that any of that seasonal junk that takes place whenever a person has any type of allergies whatsoever, remembering that that actually is started in the gut, all right? It is truly a gut issue that's causing us to have inflammation, that causes irritations in our sinuses, in our respiratory, in our system, right? So addressing our gut and keeping our gut super healthy and supportive during all of this is also very, very important. So making sure that at the very minimum you are taking good quality vitamin C. The bone complex actually has our D and C and multiple other things all combined together to be able to be really super supportive. Then taking a really good probiotic to help make sure that the gut biome is constantly doing its job and taking care of you. And then of course, our lifelong vitality pack and other supplements and everything. But the two top ones that I want to emphasize for y'all to really be supporting your system right now is, at a very minimum, the bone complex and the probiotic. All right, those are going to be really supportive and helpful for you with approaching this in a very natural and green medicine sort of way, right? And so finally, what I want you to think about is, rather than entering into, oh, I don't have this oil or that oil, I want you to look at what oils do you have? Which ones are you finding yourself gravitating towards? Because there is probably an emotional component that it's going to help support you through all of this, all right? In addition to having the ones that we know are going to be super cleansing, super supportive for our respiratory system. Rosemary is really great for respiratory. We've talked about that, rosemary and lemon. And of course, our top ones of remembering, again, OnGuard, lemon, and oregano are going to be really helpful with cleansing and keeping things just sanitized and cleansed and all that stuff. But again, what oils do you already have that you keep finding yourself being drawn to? Because it's more than likely going to really help you with your emotional health, which is then going to boost your physical health. So I hope you guys have an amazing, beautiful, blessed day. Reach out to me as always if you need anything. And on Kelly Frick Connect, I'm going to be hopping on and talking about touch. And I will share that video here shortly. All right, you guys take care and have a beautiful, blessed day.